Hello everyone, it's Hollis here, and welcome to Tuesday's video. Today I'm going to be reading two poems, and the first poem is a cradle song by Butler Yeats, William Butler Yeats. Here we go. The Danaan children laugh in cradles of wrought gold, and clap their hands together and half close their eyes. For they will ride the north when the gur-eagle flies, with heavy whitening wings and a heart fallen cold. I kiss my wailing child and press it to my breast, and hear the narrow graves calling my child and me. Desolate winds that cry over the wandering sea, desolate winds that hummer in the flaming west. Desolate winds that beat the doors of heaven and beat the doors of hell and blow their many a whimpering ghost. O heart, the winds have shaken, the unappeasable host is comelier than candles before Mara's feet. That was a cradle song, and now we're going to be reading a very long poem by Matthew Arnold. It is called The Youth of Nature. Raised are the dripping oars, silent the boat, the lake, lovely and soft as a dream, swims in the sheen of the moon. The mountains stand at its head, clear in the pure June night, but the valleys are flooded with haze. Rydal and Fairfield are there. In the shadow Wordsworth lies dead. So it is, so it will be for aye. Nature is fresh as of old, is lovely, immortal as dead. The spots which recall him survive, for he lent a new life to these hills. The pillar still broods o'er the fields which border Ennerdale Lake, and Egremont sleeps by the sea. The gleam of the evening star twinkles on Grasmere no more, but ruined and solemn and grey. The sheepfold of Michael survives, and far to the south the heath still blows in the Quantock coombs. By the favourite waters of Ruth these survive, yet not without pain. Pain and dejection tonight, can I feel that their poet is gone? He grew old in an age he condemned. He looked on the rushing decay of the times which had sheltered his youth, felt the dissolving throes of a social order he loved, outlived his brethren, his peers, and like the Theban seer, died in his enemy's day. Cold bubbled the spring of Tulipsia, copais laid bright in the moon, Helicon glassed in the lake, its firs, and afar rose the peaks of Parnassus, snowy clear. Thebes was behind him in flames, and the clang of arms in his ear, when his awestruck captors led the Theban seer to the spring. Tiresias drank and died, nor did reviving Thebes see such a prophet again. Well may we mourn when the head of a sacred poet lies low. In an age which can rear them no more, the complaining millions of men darken in labor and pain, but he was a priest to us all, of the wonder and bloom of this world, which we saw with his eyes and were glad. He is dead, and the fruit-bearing day of his race is past on the earth, and darkness returns to our eyes. For oh, it is you, moonlight and shadow and lake and mountains that fill us with joy. Or the poet who sings you so well, it is you, O beauty, O grace, O charm, O romance that we feel, or the voice which reveals what you are. Are ye the daylight and sun, shared and rejoiced in by all? Or are ye immersed in the mass of matter and hard to extract, or sunk at the core of the world, too deep for most to discern? Like stars in the deep of the sky, which arise on the glass of the sage, but are lost when their watcher is gone. There are here, I heard as men heard, in Mysian Ida the voice of the mighty mother, or Crete. The murmur of nature reply, loveliness, magic, and grace, they are here, they are set in the world. They abide, and the finest of souls has not been thrilled by them all, nor the dullest been dead to them quite. The poet who sings them may die, but they are immortal, and live, and they are the life of the world. Will ye not learn it, and know, when ye mourn that a poet is dead, that the singer was less than his themes, life and emotion and I? More than the singer are these. Weak is the tremor of pain that thrills in his mournfulness chord. To that which once ran through his soul, cold the elation of joy. In his gladdest, airiest song, to that which of old in his youth filled him and made him divine, hardly his voice at its best, gives us a sense of awe, the vastness, the grandeur, the gloom of the unlit gulf of himself. Ye know not yourselves and your bards, the clearest, the best who have read, most in themselves have beheld, lest they be left unrevealed. Ye express not yourselves, can ye make, with marble, with color, with word, what charmed you in others relive? Can thy pencil, O artist, restore the figure, the bloom of thy love, as she was in her morning of spring? Canst thou paint the ineffable smile of her eyes as they rested on thine? Can the image of thy have a glow, the motion of life itself? Yourselves and your fellows ye know not, and me, the matless, the one, will ye know? Will ye scan me and read me and tell of the thoughts that ferment in my breast, my longing, my sadness, my joy? Will ye claim for your great ones the gift to have rendered the gleam of my skies, to have echoed the moan of my seas, uttered the voice of my hills? When your great ones depart, will ye say, all things have suffered a loss, nature is hid in their grave? Race after race, man after man, have dreamed that my secret was theirs, have thought that I lived but for them. They are my glory and joy. They are dust, and they are changed. They are gone. I remain.